Hey metalheads, welcome to another episode of Metal Academics Band Review. Who's up this time?
Crystallion. Crystallion. I bet you have never heard of Crystallion.
Nice t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm trying to, talk about something else, but hey, peoples, look at this beautiful golden lettered name. You know why? You know why. Do you remember why? Because to this day it is a 1 year since we've been on YouTube. So thank you so much, everyone who has tuned in to our channel, for giving us your support, your comments, your encouragement, or your critique.
Death to all haters.
We're very happy to have you with us on this fine journey in the territory of epic metal.
Broadly defined.
Broadly defined, genre-free, but epic in feeling. Not necessarily to mark anything, but we're going to celebrate this majestic moment with a band that nobody has heard of.
I haven't heard of it.
Honestly, it's probably a miracle if anyone would ever Google YouTube for this, because it's not a well-known band. But I think it deserves more coverage, more visibility, and this is the reason why I take this opportunity to present it to you and to you all. So the band is called Crystallion, and it's founded in 2003 in Bavaria, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, in Germany, let's put it like this to be on the safe side. And the band was created by the drummer and the guitarist, who later kind of changed. I don't want to go into all the band changes, but there were two people who loved music but also loved history. And that is a feature that you could see transpires a little bit into their ideas about albums, because they write more or less concept albums. So they got together and then decided to recruit three more people actually. In the end, they were a quintet, and this quintet recorded probably one of the best albums of that year in 2006, A Dark Enchanted Crystal Night. A very long name, and has crystal in the name. Actually, I've seen the band's name several times in several, groups that I'm in or playlists, and the name just put me off. I don't really like the name. I have no idea why. I sometimes would call it, is it Crystallion? Or, I don't know. Crystallion, it never rhymed with me, just the name. But once I got over that and listened to the music, I really thought, they were like, wow, how come I have not listened to this band more? So we're going to open this episode, this review, with what I think everyone considers the best album so far of the band, and their best song called Burning Bridges. And there are no videos of this band.
Reminds me of the Iron Fire episode, Bridges Will Burn.
Yeah.
So now we have the burning bridges.
Yes.
With a heart that's full of fire, just another way to carry danger with a heart that's full of fire. Just another way to carry on. Gaze into the dragon's eye, it's blinded by desire. Take your chance now, children of the sun. We are back on the street again. Hold on to your dreams, my friend. The burning of bridges, it has just begun. Just open your eyes and see a world far from misery. Our army is rising, whatever will come. We are back on the street again. Hold on to your dreams, my friend. The burning of bridges, it has just begun. Just open your eyes and see a world far from misery. Our army is rising, whatever will come, whatever will come. Together, forever, I want it now or never. Tonight the time is right for fighting. A fire, desire, this flight will take you higher. Don't be afraid, it's tantalizing.
Well,
Solid.
solid.
Cheesy.
Yes.
Cheesy.
A desire, your fire. I mean, the
real
lyrics,
cheesy.
dragon's eyes.
Yeah, I like the rhythm change in the end.
I love the intro and the outro. They're really cool. I mean, it's cool. Does it remind you of anything? Because it reminds me of something that you also know very well because we've featured on the channel.
Dragon Force a bit with the drum line. Just constant.
You know, I thought of Lost Horizon. Of course, it doesn't have the same voice, but it's the same epicness.
Oh,
That one, Think Not Forever.
yeah,
It's in the same spirit. Yeah.
It's in the same spirit.
It's not the same voice. Thomas Strubler, I believe, is the name of the Crystallion lead singer. Definitely, and Daniel has one up, maybe we can say that. But the composition, I think, is really cool. And maybe it's the era, maybe it's that time period when music was done in this way. But I really think it was like super epic. So yeah, the whole album, A Dark Enchanted Crystal Night, is very well done and well produced. Everything is perfect about it. Really very, very well done. After that, the band continued to produce more historically inspired work. So I believe
was this historically
it was not really historically, as you see, it's about dragons and stuff. Yeah. It was more fantasy,
alternative history.
Alternative history.
It's like a trending. Saw Dragony recently do this in their latest album, where it's a alternative history of the Habsburg Empire.
I love it.
With sci-fi fantasy elements, which are kind of fun.
They're always so good, Dragony. We already featured them, otherwise they would have definitely been like...
I thought a little bit about them in the song, actually.
Yeah, also because the voice, I think it's also like this kind of tenor, but Siegfried Zama is also in a class of his own. But yeah, it's in that kind of family.
Yeah, I want to hear more because I'm on the fence.
It's not going to be really like justified with the few songs that we can play here. So this album in its entirety is very good. And actually, the next two albums that the band produced, and they're only 4 albums that they should have. 3 are done, 1 in the making. So there's not a huge discography to check out. The next album was produced and released in 2008. So just 2 years after their debut. That was very warm welcome. This one is called the album is called Hattin. And this is a truly historical concept album based on the crusades and on the battle that basically caused the fall of Jerusalem with the Knights Templar. So their hero is a Templar knight. And on the cover of the album, there is a lonely Templar in the desert of Palestine. So it is also quite historically accurate. And the third album that we're not going to listen to a song to was called 100 Days and was based on Napoleon's return to France after being in exile on Elba.
Not as cool as the Knights Templar.
I think basically Knights Templar have been covered quite a lot, but I think there are not so many Napoleonic music albums. So I invite everyone who has that kind of flair for historical.
Wait, there is one that comes to mind.
You really?
I don't want to
think about it as we
shoot down your point, but there's one song. I can't think of it.
If you come up with it, or if anyone's of you peoples remembers who Napoleon in metal.
It's too deep of a pull.
It's because there are not so many. Templar Knights, though, abund, I would think. So I decided to, after many trials and decisions, that we're going to listen to one song from the Hattin, the Knights Templar album. And again, no video. The song is called Wings of Thunder. And it's also very cool. I think, again, the whole album is worth a listen. But let's try this particular song from 2008.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's good. Again, the whole album is cool because this is the beginning and they're still optimistic riding into battle. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
And then it doesn't go so well. So it's really very nice, very well done. I like it. The concept, it carries through in a metal way, but also kind of storytelling way. So I really enjoyed it. And I actually also enjoyed the 100 Days, the Napoleon. So it's a bit of a different sound, but I decided then, despite, again, many trials and many hours of listening to the full discography of Crystallion, that it's only fair to give them a new try because they are just about to release a new album after many, many years. So 2021 is when they will have a new album out, Heads or Tails. And there's some band changes, in particular in the lead sing.
Well,
for better or worse,
I would say that could be a good thing.
That could
Not
be
necessarily that the lead singer is bad, but what I missed, and I like the last song, nice, pure kind of power metal sound. I don't want to seem like I'm on my high horse being a critic, but I could have used a couple screams in there.
Yeah, I think actually, I also thought this. I think it is a little bit of production. I think in the whole Hatton production, Thomas's voice was slightly more
compared to the first song. For sure.
So it sometimes, I don't know what choices were involved in this, but I feel like that was the case for the duration of the entire album. And win some, lose some. The bass was very good in the other song, so maybe it was something that they wanted to. Yeah, sliding in a bit Stradivarius. Yeah, I liked it. So let's see what you think of their most recent output. They released The Wild Hunt as a single ahead of the album, and I think we should listen to it, and then we can talk more about what you think of the new sound. But think of that there are some good years in between the last album and their most recent production.
All right, curious. It's like a new logo as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's updated. Everything is a bit updated. Wild Hunt.
Wild Hunt.
Yes, so there was a big personnel change, as probably you've heard. I just want to get Christina's last name correct, if I can. Yes, her name is Christina Berchtold, and she replaces Thomas on the vocals as Thomas left in 2019.
Yeah, I think it definitely, I mean, obviously higher level production there.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I think altogether the band sounds more in sync, more tighter somehow.
Yeah.
Like all kind of in groove. Definitely not a
Not as
continuation
epic,
from
yeah.
the second, and definitely not that kind of power metal sound. But definitely probably a better move overall for the band to kind of come into their own, it seems like. To
Yeah.
me.
I have heard one other song from, like, they released, I believe, 2 singles, at least at the time.
Because albums.
So the album is
coming out,
just now. So I'm looking forward to listening to the whole album, as I don't know if they continue with the historical stuff or not. Don't know much because a lot of their stuff is in German, and my German is there, but it's not really 100% there. So I did not want to make any translations that were maybe off. So I don't know too much about the new album. If you guys know, let us know in the comments. Anyway, they seem to be trying to ramp up for some tour in 2021. Again, maybe not. We will see. That's Crystallion for you. I think, again, I only have a little bit of a feeling for the upcoming album, so I cannot really say very much. But looking at their past albums, I really like them all. And I just re-emphasize it was really hard to pick just one song outside the Burning Bridges, which is their hit, and I think it deserves to be even a bigger hit.
Yeah, I would be looking to see when they go on tour. Are they only going to play from their new album? Or are they
No,
going
I already know, because I've seen some YouTube videos with their Burning Bridges and maybe one other song that is already circulating.
So they re-recorded with
Christina. Yeah,
That
and
could-
I think
that could
actually the
be-
voice
That
fits.
could be that could maybe get those screams in there.
Yeah, I think she fits nicely with a band, even in their past repertoire. I just thought that it was more appropriate to present the original version here on the channel.
Band to watch.
Band to watch, definitely. Let us know in the comments if you actually knew about this. I'm curious if you've heard the Burning Bridges song or any others, or maybe you've seen them play. They've been before, like some years ago, but they've been on tours in Europe primarily. And if you have any other suggestions, even of more obscure bands, but that really have a great groove like this, just let us know in the comments.
Absolutely. And in the meantime,
May your sword stay sharp.
and your quests end in glory.